House Beautiful rocks!
What is
I'm Carisha Swenson with House Beautiful, and we're building the dream in Colorado.
But I always loved design. I always loved working within home spaces. When I had my small little rentals in university, I would ask the landlord if, you buy the paint, I'll paint it. I have been asked to do the owner suite as well as the sleep it off suite. In a master suite, what you want something that is a space where it's a retreat. When people walk into the sleep it off suite, how I want them to feel is I want them to feel like, oh, this is my room. I found my room. Thank you. I am here today at the Rug Company in Boston, Massachusetts on beautiful Newbury Street. The Rug Company is one of my favorite sources, my favorite go-tos. Their colors, their textures, their patterns. The Rug Company is providing for me that grounding element in the room, something that's going to tie it all together. Everything about these rugs are perfection down to every last detail. So let's go see what they've got for us. I want something that feels like you want to rub your toes in it. You want to walk around in your bedroom and sit down on the floor with a good book and get all warm and cozy into your spaces. This is one of the new collections by Rug Company, hand loomed in Nepal. This is their brand new collection from their Textures collection. Love the fact that it's called the Textures collection because that's exactly what I'm going for is texture. I think this may be the rug. Sleep it off room, going for a different feeling. It's got to be a room that you really want to hide away in. Got to bring in the rug to make sure that it all works together. It's going to be perfect. I think I found what I need, and I'm off to go back to my studio to pull all the rest of it together. We're back from our shopping trip, back to my studio office. When I was pulling together the room, I really wanted to take into account where the home is. In a bedroom, these are huge ceilings, a big span. We've got all these gorgeous windows to the outside world. We wanted to make sure that the wallpaper really just brought you into the space and enveloped you in a very cozy way. And we finalized on this beautiful piece made by the Rug Company. Then on the other side of the vestibule is the master bathroom. Enormous. It is a luxury bathroom in the complete term of the word. It is going to have a soaking tub, a shower for two, double vanity. The owner's closet, it is custom outfitted by the Container Store, and they're a new spectacular product. We're doing a sleep it off space. The intention is you've had dinner with your friends, they've stayed over, they want to stay up a little bit later, you want to hang out, you want to relax, they want to chill in the room with you. I've also created this space so that it can be a meditative space. So we have a water feature element. You can really envelop yourself in the texture and the comfort of the space. The colors, the textiles, the textures, they all work together. I just found out a week before I'm supposed to go out to Denver for my installation that my wallpaper is suddenly unavailable for the master suite and for the Sleep It Off suite. So I have run over to Tebow and they have come to the rescue, and I have selected a new paper which is being overnighted and installed less than 48 hours to go before I install. I'm just super excited about the new paper. It's not what I planned, but I think it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to go and see how it all looks. Amazing.
So here you finally are.
It's so fabulous working from afar and putting everything together, pulling it from pictures and board and samples this big and walking in and seeing it all come together.
Yeah, so like I said, this is one of 4 spaces, but there are still a couple of decisions you're having to make in here.
Yes.
One is a light fixture.
I knew the light fixtures I wanted for the master closet, for the entrance vestibule, and for the master bedroom. I wasn't sure. Sometimes it feels better to see the space, stand in the space. I know it will work, but I'm not sure which one will be the better one for which space. So here we are, and now we're going to end up going and putting them all where they belong.
So you really did take on this space, right?
Yes.
Which is massive.
It's a massive space.
But you also created this room downstairs off of like the bar lounge area. What is that room?
So that is going to be the sleep it off room.
Okay.
And that is really exciting because it is something as a designer, for me to be able to have a little fun with, something that I got to be a little creative. And I mean, not that I couldn't be creative in a master suite, but a master suite has to have sort of normal elements of coziness and a bed, and there's sort of the table and a chair, and those are very basics.
Right.
In this space, this is something to have fun with. We wanted to have it be a space where you could meditate, where you could have your friends, sleep it off and crash for the night. If they couldn't drive home, we are very far away from the next hotel, so they may want to sleep here. And I wanted it to be a space where, as adults, they can draw the curtain and hide away from the kids. So we've had a little bit of fun down there. Can't wait to see. My favorite part of all of this is the artwork that I have on loan from a gallery in Chicago, and the owner of the gallery has driven it here herself.
Wow.
With her husband in her car. It's going to be insane. I'm hearing back from all of my vendors that we don't actually have ship dates. We don't know when anything's going to arrive. Some of the things that I've spec'd for my spaces are coming from out of the country. And so looks like I might have to go back to the drawing board. So I'm on my way back to my office in Boston, and I'm going to have to start looking for sources in Denver that I can go and find some pieces, replacement pieces for, just in case as a backup, because at this point, I don't know if anything's gonna actually show up.
I'm so glad Elizabeth was able to make it out here to Colorado. That said, I feel really bad that none of her furniture arrived. I was just cringing. But at least that wallpaper came in. Tebow is an amazing company, and their stuff is so beautiful, and it looks fantastic in the space. While she's figuring out all of her furniture issues, we're going to head over to Chicago to visit this amazing gallery that she sourced all these David Yarrow pieces from.
Hi, please come on in. Welcome to my gallery, Hilton Osmus Contemporary. We're located in the River North Art District in Chicago. We do focus on photography, but one of the focuses actually is about conservation photography. Now, I think it's important through the arts to be able to bring that awareness and bring that message. When I curate a show, I think about all of the components. I think about the artist. I think about their creative process. I think about what that work is going to look like on my wall and what feeling, emotion is it going to bring. When we get the print, after we receive it, we send it to the framer. They will mount it on die bond, which is an aluminum substrate. Then they have to have the mats hand cut. They have to cut the acrylic. It's a UV protective acrylic to protect the print so that it doesn't fade. The frame on David Yarrow's work is cut, it's put together, and then after it's been joined, the frame will be stained. The artwork itself and the frame itself are all one piece of art together. Elizabeth Georgantas reached out to me about the works of David Yarrow. She wanted to have a very powerful image for the master bedroom. We presented quite a few of David Yarrow's works to her, and she chose 2 images that are so totally different than what you would expect, which is what I would expect from Elizabeth Georgantas.
Hi. So, quick update. I just got back to Boston. I was out in Denver for the big installation, and everything is looking amazing, and I'm super excited about it, except for the fact that the bathroom wasn't completed. And half my furniture has not shown up from overseas. So, just a few snafus, not a big deal. Heading back to Boston. I'm going to say a lot of prayers and make a lot of wishes and hope that when I go back next week, everything will be done and ready and in, and I can complete my installation, and I'm super excited, and it's just going to be awesome. This is one of our light fixtures that we've ordered to come in. We have 3 of them on site right now. Originally, there was a potential that we were going to put this in the entrance vestibule right here. And once we got in, just as we thought might happen, turns out I think this is going to be better in the master closet. And amazing, this has actually come together. After all this hard work.
Has come together, and I know
Totally
it was,
different world.
I know it was a ton of work.
Yeah. Didn't have furniture before. We've had to change wallpaper at the 12th hour. It was kind of a little bit of a disaster, but we came together.
You got it together.
Yes.
And it feels like a beautiful Coloradan boutique hotel room. So you have to tell me about some of the decisions you made in here, because this is not a boutique hotel. This is somebody's home.
We have the fireplace in here, which brings such warmth to the room. You have this fabulous antique vintage chair to sit in, enjoy the fire, look out the window, read a fantastic book. This is going to be your retreat from everything. When you are being torn in a million different directions, if you can provide for yourself a space where you can go and you can have a quiet moment, it's so valuable within your own home to have that for yourself.
So one of the things that was in here before is this amazing art piece, and to see it now realized in this full space, it feels so dynamic.
This is an insane piece. This is David Yarrow on loan to us from the Hilton Asmus Gallery in Chicago. It is everything. The scale of it for this room is so perfect, and you gotta love a little Western theme for where we are.
One thing we cannot ignore in a master bedroom is a great mattress.
Having a mattress like a Stearns & Foster, which we've used here, provides the highest of quality and the best night's sleep that you can ask for. So that's the utmost importance in the end of your day. Circo Lighting has provided all of our lighting here, and I am ever so grateful for it because what they have available is stunning.
When it comes to the bathroom, you talked about tranquility in here, but it certainly extends into this space.
Absolutely.
What was like the main goal when you were thinking about that bathroom?
Not only a place where you can get ready for your day, you also need a place where you can have another retreat. You have this Thompson Trader's tub, which is a showstopper. You walk into the room, it is everything.
Yeah.
And then behind it, we have designed this spectacular Caesar stone extravaganza of a shower. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. And I've had them put a sheet of glass over the front of it so that you can really see through to the slab work.
Yeah.
Because why would you want to cover that up? You want to show it off. It's gorgeous. You want to be able to walk into a bathroom where you can take a calming bath, where you can take a moment, and hopefully that's what I've done.
Okay, and then you shift over into the closet. And as you mentioned, Container Store closet.
What Container Store has done with their types of shelving and their types of units that they have available, you really have so much there to work with.
Yeah. I know there's one more room that you have to talk about, which was kind of a bonus space for the most part that you could have done anything with, and that is actually downstairs.
It is.
Well, I cannot believe that this has finally come to be.
We managed to pull it off. When you have a house that you find yourself with this extra little nook, this extra little space, you want to do something creative, something fun. We gave the adults a space to hide away in and have some fun in. It's called the Sleep It Off room.
Talk about some of the different elements. One being this great book kind of moment.
Having this wall, having this display, so you can really appreciate your collection and appreciate what the beautiful art books, what they bring to a room, make them part of the art of the room.
So you have seating on both sides and then this super fun wall.
So these Lojo Living from New Zealand, this company that makes these incredible bean bags, they are insanity.
And then one last element that I would be remiss without talking about, the water feature.
If you're using this room for yourself for a moment of meditation, that's just gonna help.
So here's the thing. We obviously aren't taking a nap upstairs, but I do think we need a little zen here because you've worked very hard on these spaces. So I say we turn on the fountain, relax on the futon. Maybe I'll grab a bean bag because little secret, I've already fallen asleep in one since you've been gone. And like really enjoy the space the way it was meant to be.